Meet French and the Huntsman take aim at Slice, who looks to extend their historic win streak and sweep their third week in a row. Good lord. Three authors enter an enchanted forest, but only one will return. The truth will soon be known on the Clash of the Pencils live stream.
Turn on the stream tonight. Short stories in the spotlight. Writers bring their best to light. The story central time. Breaking down the plots. Characters at fault. Twist and hit the spot. It's all you live tonight. Are you ready for some stories? In a live stream glory. It's the contest of the year. Writers have no fear. Catch the suspense unfold. Feel the tales being told. Critiques fair and bold. The truth will soon be known. Dollars from far and wide. Mysteries you can't hide. Every twist takes the story right. By these rules we abide. Are you ready for some stories? In a live stream glory. It's the contest of the year. Writers have no fear.
All right, welcome to Clash of the Pencils live stream, the only full contact creative writing esport leagues in the history of the written language. My name is Tom Sherman, and I'm joined as always by Greg the Yeg Peterson. We are here to analyze the plot, character, and setting of the top short stories of the day. So each day, authors from across the internet submit a handwritten one-page story based off a prompt that we reveal at the end of our live stream. Then the top three get proffered to the public at large, who votes for their favorite story, and then we announce the winner at the end of each show. So, what does it take to get into the finals? Well, let me see. We actually have a leaderboard up right now, so different part of the script. The Huntsman, Slice, and Meat French are all on the top three today. Nacho's story iced out, so they're on the outside looking in with a 5-point story. The prompt of the day is, the gym teacher never should have put the boundary for the fifth grade's capture the flag game in the enchanted forest behind the school. Don't you hate it when that happens, Greg?
Indeed, Tom.
Classic mix-up. So when we're looking at the keys of victory, between the plot, the setting, and the characters, what do you think is the most important aspect for our authors today?
Well, we have a character. It's this bumbling fifth grade teacher, and then we have a setting, the Enchanted Forest. We are gesturing or indicating a plot, but I don't exactly know what's going to happen. But the fact that he never should have done this means that it should go a certain way. I think plot is going to be the path to victory.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun enchanted forest. It sounds like there are dark secrets looming to be had. So the closer our authors can triangulate the three elements of plot, character, and setting, the closer they get to the center of those, the more engaging, visceral, and exciting the story will be. So that being said, let's just get right into it and see what our competitors have up for us today. Our first entry is going to be from Meat French, a regular in the finals. This is the sixth time in recorded history, at least, that Meat French has graced the top three podium.
Verses 1. On the ground as a map, it's game, let's play. Coach Wilson's got that voice, guides us the way, capture the flag between the twisted trees, move like the wind through the tangled leaves. Now the buzzing hum? It ain't just noise, it's the enchanted forest where the legend lies. This ain't no game, danger creeps on the side, but we got flags to steal, no time to hide. Chorus. In the enchanted forest, where the stories are told, we journey into the wild, let the magic unfold. Burdens dropped, but we still fight the tug. In the capture the flag, nothing to ask why. Now we move, through the wild, we dash and we dive. Coach Wilson's wild games making us feel alive. Verses 2. Tree trunks whisper names of kids lost in time, a place where reality starts to unwind. But Wilson don't care. He's got a teach-on rule, yelling, "Go harder, don't be scared, just shake." We dodge tangled branches, hear a thump from back. Was that a raccoon or a wizard in black? Michael get the flag but tripped on a vine. Now we all got a huddle, no room to resign. Chorus repeat. Bridge. Now we've deep in the forest, the flag's in our sight, but strange things are happening, turning day into night. The wind starts to howl, leaves swirl in the air, but we ain't backing. Nah, we ain't even care. With a final push, we grab that prize. Coach Wilson's laughing. "You kids survived." Outro. Back to the field, we're breathing in fast, the enchanted adventure's a memory, a lesson to last. Coach Wilson just winked, said, "You've passed the test, capture the flag, but you know who's the best. We owned the forest, yeah, we made it our turf. Now the legends of 5th grade will echo through earth."
All right. So it's some sort of ballad. Uh, that they sing songs of legend regarding a 5th grade capture the flag game. Corey or Coach Wilson is, I don't know. Honestly, I had a
It
hard
washed
time.
over me, and I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Yeah,
The fact
there's a
that
lot of setting. There's a lot of character. I can't tell you. I cannot relate what happened.
I was
In the
mostly
plot.
watching the pictures and hearing the rhymes
Good.
and just feeling feelings.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they labeled the chorus and the in the bridge and the chorus repeat, it's almost a little too on the nose if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. It
This is
almost sounds, yeah, very suspicious. Might have to issue a horse hockey alert over that one. I'm not quite sure. We'll pass that one up to the higher ups.
the other thing. While the rhymes were good, there were few slant rhymes or oblique rhymes. The Storybot 3000 didn't quite get the syncopation. It wasn't totally on the beat. So between the slant rhymes and then that it was always a beat off or two. It was kind of hard. I was like listening for the kind of sing-songy ballad effect.
Yeah.
Um, I never got a sense that the Enchanted Forest was super dangerous
Mm,
in terms of the setting. It seems like they just like went out there and this Coach Wilson, had set up this test and then they just passed it without a lot of struggle.
mhm,
And now they're legendary. But if
mhm.
it's a little bit like we needed more struggle for them to earn legend status.
Right, right. Yeah, there was only, the tree trunks did whisper about kids lost in time, but that's not the kids playing right now. Somebody tripped tangled branches. Yeah, but there's not really a lot of pure unbridled danger that is tangible that we can understand what they are dodging. So,
Right. It's an
um,
enchanted forest, not just a
yeah,
forest.
right. Right, exactly. So I did like how Coach Wilson at one point was laughing and said you could survive. Like he was expecting them
Right.
not to. Like he'd done this
Is he a
before. And
Joker character? Is there more Is he the bad guy, Tom?
right, yeah. If we could have pinched and zoomed on that, that would have been an interesting sort
Yeah.
of
Like,
way
why
to
is a
go.
gym teacher with all this power?
You know, it really makes you wonder. So, interesting start to the week from Meat French. Right now, we'll just move on to the next one. This is the Huntsman, and first time in recorded history. I know in unrecorded history, the Huntsman has been in the finals before, but first time, according to written record, that we've seen the Huntsman. Well, I don't know. Doesn't really
Written
matter.
record being a Google Doc in our
Well,
Google.
yeah, well, it's actually I just write the names and then it saves and it's like, "Hey, do you want to save this as,
Yeah.
the X1?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
do." And
That's canon. That's what it
that's
takes to make it into the canon here.
that's right. That's right. Real high tech stuff over here.
Mason sprinted off into the forest as soon as he heard Coach Mike whistle blow. The game was on, and the boys had come up with a genius plan. They were going to go in from the far right. Since the forest was magical, the coach set up multiple markers that stopped people from going farther. Mason and his buddy Nate were across the rope when no one was looking. As they approached the side, things got stranger and stranger. Trees were crooked, and their branches spread out in a way that even seemed menacing. Finally, a yellow line extended very far and into the deep forest. Nate knew this was the edge. Caution, caution, caution. Of course, Coach Mike would caution us, because he wants us to follow rules. But to win, we'll have to break some, right, Mason? Mason shivered as he looked out beyond. I didn't imagine the forest would look this strange. If you really want to go, you go alone. I'm not doing it. Nate sighed. Fine, if you're really that much of a scaredy cat. I'll win the game for us. Mason walked back to the left side of the capture the flag field, where he met back with his teammates. Richard, throw the ball to me, Mason shouted, as the girls tried to pull his flag. Yes, I got it. Coach Mike blew the whistle, and Nate, who was still trudging through the forest, immediately ran back, but tripped over a root. Help me, he shouted. The trees whispered, This is our land, not yours. There's a lesson we'll teach you annoying humans to get you out of this place, Commander John. Bring the flamethrower. A large boar with a human head came with a large black and white flamethrower. Oh, it's a human? We hubboers inhabit this forest. I'm ready when you're ready, Stick. Nate looked back and noticed 2 wood crosses ensnared his body. How could he get out? Nate smashed his butt into the wood cage and the fragile sticks broke apart. Oh no, my leg! He screamed. Nate swung tree to tree and the trees stuck out their branches to try to make him lose momentum and fall, but eventually it was his own tiredness that wore him out. No, please! He screamed as Mason came over. Commander John must have put some sort of spell that froze people, because as landed, his toes were in blocks of ice. He knew it was fatal. In a matter of seconds, his legs were frozen. You're right, Mason, I should have gone there. Right after, his body completely froze over, and Nate was dead.
Whoa!
Yeah, Mason and Nate team up to decide to go in from the right to go into the Enchanted Forest in an seeming gambit to win the game. Mason gets a little cold feet, decides to actually rejoin the game, and it sounds like win. Um, gets the final points as the girls try to pull his flag. Coach Mike blows the whistle. Nate on his way back from the Enchanted Forest trips. The trees say, hey, it's about time you humans learn a lesson. Bring in a half human, half boar with a flamethrower called Captain John or Commander John. Commander John then starts chasing Nate. Nate swings tree to tree, loses his momentum due to his own tiredness, and then falls. And yet, screams for help as Mason comes over. Nate realizes that Commander John has put a ice spell on him and freezes and dies, I assume, of hypothermia.
Now that is an enchanted forest.
Oh man, is it not?
We do trip over a tree root, yes, but that's only the beginning of the problem.
Right. And the trees whisper, but a lot more menacing than
a lot more menacing. We get, first of all, I think they should have gone in from the left in hindsight. Why were they like, let's go in? I have a good feeling about this right side. Mm-hmm. Seems like a weak part of the forest. No. That was where they wanted you to go. In terms of the plot, I think this really, really worked because the setting was the obstacle. There was this sort of moment of whether the caution. Of course, Coach Mike would caution us because he wants us to follow the rules. But to win, we'll have to break some, right, Mason? So this was Nate saying this. And then so we get this really great like moment of truth. And Nate decides to break the rules. What happens to Nate? Nate is dead in the end. And so it seems to be validating the rules that you don't want to. You want to be cautious. Maybe those cautions. Maybe the coach knew what he was doing in setting up those boundaries.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that was the lesson: is to follow the rule. maybe to win, you just have to play the game properly and not go out of bounds. I like how he's like, we got to go all the way out of bounds. Way out of bounds, and then run a flank maneuver or something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, no, he's like, fine, if you're too much of a scaredy cat, I'll win the game for us. Yeah, no, you won't, Nate. No, you won't. Those ice blocks are going to kill you.
Mason goes back. He's flirting with the girls. He catches the game-winning pass, and then or Mason does, and then
I love the tree whisper. For me, the best part was when he tripped over the root, which is just the forest part. Help me, he shouted. The trees then whispered. This is the first moment where we get the sense of enchanted, a haunted forest. This is our land, not yours. There's a lesson we'll teach you annoying humans to get you out of this place, Commander John. Bring the flamethrower. Like, that accelerated quickly. And Commander John, not a human. What is he?
A large boar with a human head.
He's a hubor. A hubor,
if you will.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. So that was incredible. And then this flamethrower, and then the weapons just proliferate. It's completely out of control. There's wooden cages, there's ice blocks, there's a flamethrower. And yet it seems like Nate can escape all that. He just needs to be doing more upper body calisthenics and training on that jungle gym because he just gets tired.
It's his own, it's his own hubris that gets him into the mess, and it's what fails him in the end. Yeah.
Classic tragedy.
Yep.
Right,
you gotta love it. Yeah.
So anyway, I think plot was incredible. Character development was excellent. Setting was excellent. This was a very, very strong submission.
Nice. I love it. Yep. I totally agree. It actually reminded me of that Robert Frost poem, Two Roads Diverge Here in the Wood. And I think Nate took the one less passed by. And,
yeah. Different than the Frost interpretation. Yeah. Miles to go before you sleep, and miles to go before the ice block, the cinder blocks put on your feet. At the third.
That's quite an illusion from the Huntsman. Strong stuff there. We'll see if Slice has what it takes to battle the Huntsman thusly. This is Slice's entry, the 7th of written recorded history.
Not again, Brandley. We can't keep losing these kids. It's only been 5. This time it's only 3. We figured a way out last year, didn't we? By the way, I have a PhD in physical education. I earned the title of coach at least. I could have you call me doctor. I'm sorry, really, Dr. Brandley, how did you manage to lose 3 of our 5th graders this time? Well, Mr. Program, as I told you yesterday, I had an eye exam that morning. I let the kids play Capture the Flag out by the Enchanted Forest. Got dilated so I still couldn't see very well and still can't. Thanks for asking, Coach Brandley explained, his bushy eyebrows furrowed deep and still, as if they'd turn into butterflies any minute. You're supposed to watch them near that forest. They're not coming back, would you? A time before processed lunches, homework, Wi-Fi. A place smelling fresher than Febreze. Oh, the pines. You've never been there, Program. It's not that great, but I agree they're not coming back, and yeah, I get this is on you. You were supposed to make things better by taking over, and you trusted guys like me. That was a mistake. They used to call me Barnyard Brandley, at this very school. But let's not dwell. We need to print some waivers or permission slips before these parents arrive for pickup. Let's say school trip to Bitmore, VR Kid Olympics. Okay, VR Kid Olympics Finals 2037. Finalists representing St. Climate Change Middle School are Jenny Z. D'Artagnan Wawa and Felix Streamerson. This has been time-stamped 3 weeks ago and implanted in the parents' head boxes. When they show up, we'll act confused. They should be in Bitmore. It's Bitmore's problem now. Let's see Principal Program getting us out of this one. Remake Leave Me Brandley. Mr. Program dimmed the lights and entered night mode as Brandley picked up his mail and left.
All right, so Coach Brandley loses 5th graders, and we're having a conversation between Coach Brandley and Mr. Program discussing what to do. Ultimately, they decide to forge fake permission slips and insert them into parents' head boxes. And then it'll be the problem of Bitmore, where those students have gone. As they solve the problem, Mr. Program says, we'll see what Principal Program does to get us out of this one, and enters night mode. Coach Brandley picks up his mail and leaves.
It's Dr. Brandley to you.
I'm sorry. He does have a PhD in physical education. That is Dr. Brandley.
So we get to, it's almost like the Enchanted Forest here is the bowels of bureaucracy and what's possible with this dystopian technosphere in 2037. The kids are going to the VR. Was it the VR Olympics? The Kid Olympics?
The Kid Olympics, yes.
The Kid Olympics. Love the names here. Felix Streamerson, St. Climate Change Middle School, Jenny Z. D'Artagnan Wawa. It seems like, yes, it's recognizable in terms of, all right, this is a principal's office. There's a gym teacher. but all the if we accelerate, what is this, 13 years into the future, we've got this
Right.
phony credentialism giving more authority to a gym teacher who's run amok and had an eye exam randomly, so he can't even see the kids. They lose the kids. This has happened in the past. They've gotten out of it by retroactively backdating some permission slips and waivers and punting it elsewhere.
Yeah.
It begs the question, what happened in the forest? Where is the capture flag?
Right. That's the plot is all after what happened. I would love to see what actually happened. It's great. I thought it was kind of it was reminiscent of that prompt we did many weeks ago of the AI principle going off the rails type deal, where it's like you have this sort of programmed bureaucracy that has then enabled, one bad human actor to like you say, just completely run amok. And I liked the sort of details where, they backdate these permission slips and put them in their parents' head boxes, which is obviously some sort of like email system that's directly, in their brain.
Lines into the inbox. Neuralink was just
Neuralink.
the start here.
Yeah. I liked that. And then at the end, Coach Dr. Brandley picks up his mail and leaves. He doesn't have the Neuralink, head
He
box
knows
for
what's
his
up.
mail.
He knows what's
Yeah.
up.
Old Barnyard Brandley is staying in the barnyard. And so that's
Yeah.
That's
a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. It was an interesting world that got built completely through dialogue. And I think it had plot and I think it had character, but I think the setting was kind of beyond this sort of futuristic dystopic world. I didn't really have a grounded place of where they were.
The prompts called for an enchanted forest. I feel like only one of our authors tonight really delivered on an enchanted forest.
I concur. It was a good stories nonetheless from all three authors. So we'll see who wins. We'll do the top 5 sentences of the day. Catch the next prompt after these messages from our sponsors.
Come to J-Rock Subaru. Now feed your on a great heat lapse. Feel like a lizard again. Sweat it out, let it pour. Burn the dance floor. Free lifetime membership. There are 100 classes. Come and dance, come and sweat. This feel you won't regret. Feel the beat in your bones. Stretch it out, lose control. Groovy moves, energy high. Dance with us, touch the sky. Free lifetime membership. There are 100 classes. Come and dance, come and sweat. This feel you won't regret.
All right, so that is J-Rock Zumba Room. Come and dance, come and sweat. This deal you won't regret. So
you might regret the sun of great heat lamps.
It is possible. If you want to feel like a lizard again, it could work. But otherwise, if you want to keep that human form, you might want to stay away from the.
No Hugh Borgs here, or Hugh Bors.
No Hugh Bors here for the folks. That is correct. All right, so I hit the buttons in the proper order, and are you ready to get the revelation of who won, what, where, when, and why?
Yeah, let's hear it. Drum roll.
Lid the kid is not happy, as you can tell.
Demands a winner. She's demanding a winner.
Demand the winner, and it is, drum roll, please. Meat French.
Wow.
Meat French coming in. Did not see that one coming.
Did not see that one coming. Literally did not see that one coming.
No, Meat French brings it down. The Huntsman in second, Slice in a rare third. So let's run to the leaderboard real quick. Meat French, wow, what a coup. What a coup with 20 points. The Huntsman 15, Slice 10, Nacho Story 5. So tough start for Slice of the Week. Meat French finally tasting some victory after a long drought. And the Huntsman, if I were the Huntsman, I would feel a little salty. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd get right back out there, write another story.
Yep. Get back on the horse. So speaking of, these are the prompts for tomorrow. Reverse Mad Libs. Use these 5 words or phrases in a story: momentum, bonanza, hesitate, North Star, and Go!
Yeah, punctuated with an exclamation point.
Yeah. So that's what you have to work with. So really everything's up for grabs here, right? We are in a shapeless triangle.
It's a shapeless triangle. This, in some ways, is the most pure form of Clash of the Pencils. Just get those words in.
Just pure combat,
Yeah.
lead-driven combat.
Neat French last time had an extraordinary. He put it was what was it? Santa Fe, and he made Santa into iron, the element Fe.
Yep.
That was memorably great. So we're hoping for more fire from our contestants.
It really does unlock the creativity maximum. I mean, Slices broke story flicks. Story about Yulia and Dell's home life. I mean,
yeah, no, story flicks couldn't cope with the lack of parental attention. No one.
All right.
No one.
No one could. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That story is yet to see the light of day, although it has been produced. It's one of those rare ones that you'll just get, in
Deep
30
cut.
years. Yeah, deep
on the
cut,
end column.
unearth it. It'll sell for millions. And it doesn't matter. Right now, what we're doing is the top 5 sentences of the day, brought to you by J-Rock Zumba Room. So, number 5 from Nacho Story. Check out this. This was the entrance to Nacho Story's story. Today, our 5th grade gym teacher came up to us and said, "Hey guys, we're going to play Capture the Flag in the Enchanted Forest." I looked around and everyone was skeptical, but we couldn't say no, so off we went to die. Oh my Lord.
How did that not make the top?
You know what I mean? That was the first sentence. Couldn't do it better. All right, number 4 from Slice. By the way, I have a PhD in physical education. I earned the title of coach at least. I could have you call me doctor. Number 3 from the Huntsman. The trees whispered, "This is our land, not yours. There's a lesson we'll teach you annoying humans to get you out of this place. Commander John, bring the flamethrower." Number 2 from the Huntsman. A large boar with a human head came with a large black and white flamethrower. And the number 1 story of the night, or number 1 sentence of the night from Slice. Mr. Program dimmed the lights and entered night mode as Brandley picked up his mail and left.
Snail mail. There's security in that snail mail. Fine.
I just
There it is. Look at it. The enchanted letters.
It's pretty good. It's just turn off the lights.
Yep.
Hey, it's 5 p.m. Kids are lost. What
the liability? Yeah, I'm going home. I'm off the clock. The liability is somebody else's.
Gotta love it. All right, so there you have it. Another successful episode of Clash of the Pencils live stream. So until tomorrow, keep those pencils sharp.
And kids, don't let your creativity get captured.
Turn on the stream tonight. Short stories in the spotlight. Writers bring their best to light. The story central time. Breaking down the plot. Characters that fought. Twist that hit the spot. It's all you live tonight. Are you ready for some stories? In a live stream glory. It's the contest of the year. Writers have no fear. Catch the suspense unfold. Feel the tales being told. Critiques fair and bold. The truth will soon be known. Dollars from far and wide. Mysteries you can't hide. Every twist takes